The earth breathing, ancient and alive in a surge of fiery motion, 5 volcanoes erupted across the world within just 72 hours. We are witnessing the planet's restless pulse, a dramatic display of nature's power that commands our attention. Is there a hidden signal which our planet is sending out? Our next report decoding that for you.
A roar breaks the silence of Ethiopia's highlands. After 12,000 silent years, Mount Hayli Gubbi explodes into life. Molten rock sweeps into the desert night, painting the sky in red and gold. Scientists scramble to understand why this ancient volcano suddenly stirred from its prehistoric sleep. Thousands of miles away, Indonesia, home to more than 100 active volcanoes, is glowing again. In the last 30 days, Indonesia recorded 1,400 quakes of magnitude up to 6.4. The Pacific Fire Belt ignites, Semeru rumbles, then Sanjang API bursts. Hours later, Liwatobi joins in 3 eruptions in near succession. Indonesia lies in the ring of fire where 90% of the world's quakes occur due to interactions among 15 major tectonic plates. To the north, Russia's Bezymianny roars, blasting ash 10 kilometers into the air, a vast plume drifting across Kamchatka, reaching commercial air lanes. Pilots are warned, flights are diverted. It's a display of raw geological power. And yet, within the destruction lies beauty. In Hawaii, the Kilauea volcano glows under the night sky. Rivers of magma twist across black rock, the surface shimmering like liquid glass. It's the same force sculpting continents and building islands, the heartbeat of a living planet. Experts warn that these eruptions, though dramatic, are not linked. Earth's crust is a restless, shifting skin powered by heat and pressure, deep below. Each volcano moves to its own rhythm, guided by tectonic forces that have shaped the planet for 4 billion years. For now, there's no sign of a global chain reaction, just a sharp reminder that beneath our feet lies a world still alive, unpredictable, and endlessly powerful.
A devastating fire tore through a Hong Kong high-rise residential complex, killing at least 75 people, with nearly 300 still missing. The residential complex is located in the northern district of Tai Po. The area is home to some of the world's most densely populated and tallest residential blocks. This complex is made up of 8 31-story towers. It contains about 2,000 flats, and there was renovation happening at the time. About 4,800 people living there. The fire was first reported at 2:52 in the afternoon, that's 6:52 a.m. GMT to be precise. The exact cause of that fire still remains unknown, but officials are saying it started on the external scaffolding before spreading to 7 of the 8 buildings. In fact, the fire spread quickly across the bamboo scaffolding and the construction netting that had been set up around the buildings. Investigators also found packaging foam at the site, which they said was highly flammable and could have contributed to the quick progression of that fire. Investigators are already probing the installation of flammable materials during the construction on the buildings as a potential factor in the dramatic escalation of that fire. Police arrested 3 men from the construction company involved, accusing the firm of gross negligence. Hong Kong is one of the most densely populated places in the world. Its 7.5 million residents are squeezed into islands covered in steep hills. According to a tracker from the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, Hong Kong has 569 buildings above 150 meters, the most in the world. On an average, more than 7,100 people live in per square kilometer of land there. Pakistan is on a global weapons shopping spree, and India's top naval commander says this sudden rush to buy arms began immediately after Operation Sindoor, when Indian forces dismantled major terror hubs and punched holes in Pakistan's military infrastructure. Speaking at the Brahma Research Foundation Security Conference, Vice Admiral K. Swaminathan said, I'm quoting, "The Pakistani army is shopping all around the world for arms and ammunition, with scant regard for anything else happening in that country. And its collusion with China is now undeniably overt in broad daylight," quote unquote. And he also called Operation Sindoor an inflection point, one that exposed Pakistan's vulnerabilities so starkly that Islamabad is now scrambling to rebuild capacity, even as the world increasingly rejects Pakistan's misinformation about the four-day clash that took place earlier this year. But New Delhi's concern is not just Pakistan's military panic buying. It is the overt and accelerating China-Pakistan military collusion at a time when China's navy is expanding at unprecedented scale and keeping a steady presence in the Indian Ocean. You see, the Indian strikes did more than eliminate 9 terror headquarters across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. It also exposed the vulnerabilities inside Pakistan's own military bases, from damaged hangars to runway craters, leaving Islamabad scrambling to restock, rearm, and also reassure itself. And while New Delhi has kept the information it gave the public very precise and to the point since that operation started, the world has gradually started coming to terms with the lies that Pakistan spread during and immediately after the clash. And this week itself, even the French Navy dismissed Islamabad's bizarre claim that it had shot down Indian Rafales during the four-day clash. Another example of Pakistan's misinformation collapsing under scrutiny. But the warning is clear. Pakistan's weapons buying binge is not happening in isolation. It is happening alongside an openly expanding military partnership with China. Remember, China today fields the largest navy in the world, a fleet that grew to the size of the Indian Navy in barely a decade and continues to expand aggressively. It has commissioned the Fujian, its third aircraft carrier, and continues to showcase advanced 5th and 6th generation fighter jets as part of its global power projection. More concerning for India, China is maintaining 5 to 8 warships in the Indian Ocean region at any given time, a presence that signals long-term strategic intent, not routine deployment. And against this backdrop, Pakistan's sudden rush to procure arms and ammunition from multiple countries has become a fresh strategic challenge. But Pakistan's weapons rush is not the only new concern. Vice Admiral Swaminathan also flagged a fresh external actor, accelerating Islamabad's military ambitions, Turkey. He said Turkey's emergence as a key sponsor, supporter and supplier to Pakistan is a development that New Delhi must monitor closely. This backing, long suspected, has now become undeniably visible. And both Turkey and China openly supported Pakistan during Operation Sindoor, another signal that Islamabad's military network is widening at a time when Pakistan is scrambling for arms. And reflecting on the conflict, he said Operation Sindoor showcased the highest level of synergy across the Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. The strikes were well planned, well coordinated, executed with precision, hitting the chosen targets across multiple domains. Critically, the success of these strikes, he said, shattered long-standing regional assumptions, namely the belief that Pakistan's nuclear arsenal, backed by covert and overt foreign sponsors, would deter India from launching conventional operations. Operation Sindoor proved the opposite. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.